You ever break up with your bestie? How can you bounce back? Can you get that friendship back? Agent Carter from Marvel's Agent Carter has the way. Mended light. Welcome to Agent Carter Gets Therapized. I'm going through all the Marvel shows chronologically in story order, starting here in the 1940s. And we're going to explore the beautiful, my favorite aspect of this series is the platonic friendship between Agent Peggy Carter and Edwin Jarvis, who is the butler for Howard Stark and later becomes the inspiration for Tony Stark's AI system called Jarvis. They have this beautiful, he's a happily married man. Agent Carter's this beautiful bombshell, and his wife's not the least bit worried because he adores his wife, and Peggy respects that, and it's all just super wholesome. But I love that Jarvis and Peggy become best friends. It's super cool, this platonic friendship that they have. In this scene that we're going to start with, Jarvis's wife has been shot, right? She's been shot, and the doctors tell him that if she makes it through, because of where the bullet landed, she's never going to be able to have kids, right? So here's the scene with him at his wife's bedside.
I promised to wear the periwinkle tie you knitted for me. I promised to cook apple tart at least once a week. I promised not to bite the fork loudly when I eat. I promise we can get a Bernese mountain dog. I promise to like your brown cardigan. I promise to believe in the daily horoscope. I promise I will protect you. My dying day. If you will please wake up.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
You're awake. My darling, you're awake.
I woke up at the Bernese mountain dog. But I wanted to see what else I could get.
I'm going to get you the physician. Oh. First. Now, doctor.
So I wanted to watch that because I wanted to set up just how deeply he loves his wife, but he can't bring himself to tell her yet that she's not going to be able to have children. And now that she's awake, he turns his attention to the woman that shot her. Again, it's all sci-fi superhero stuff, but the woman that shot her is, there's superpowers involved, but just watch this. So that's the woman who shot his wife to slow him and Peggy down so she could get away. And now Jarvis is out for blood.
Dr. Wilkes. Dr. Wilkes. Dr. Wilkes, can you hear me? Jason.
Again, you have to watch the show to understand all of this, but this is the important part for our conversation.
Something happened to him. He went inside. No! What did you do?
I stopped her.
He's breathing.
No problem. So is she.
Run.
Again,
now.
superpowers. Here's that woman's mobster boyfriend.
You're gonna pay for that.
Plug him!
Wait! Wait! Wait. He has what I want. And the key to controlling him.
is to control those that he loves. Keep them alive.
So important thing is that Peggy wanted to take that woman in alive for questioning and for information and a bunch of other stuff. And Jarvis just tried to become a cold-blooded murderer. And Peggy is not having it. So they escape. And here is where we get to the point of this episode. What happens when you and your friend have a major blow-up fight and break up your friendship? And how can you come back from that? Can you come back from that?
Carter, we must rest.
No, keep moving.
Towards what? We're miles from any sort of structure.
A car will come.
We haven't seen a soul in an hour.
Mr. Jarvis, allow me to clarify that in the future, your opinion on how we proceed is neither wanted nor required. I should have left you at home, but I trusted that you would know how to behave. A mistake I won't make again.
No. No, not when there are so many other mistakes you could make.
What?
I will not apologize for doing the right thing.
The right thing? All you did was reckless and selfish. You risked all of our lives for a personal vendetta.
Which is not unlike you risking our lives to fetch a Russian assassin. You saved Dottie Underwood to assuage your conscience, and my wife, Anna, paid the price.
Leaving Dottie with Whitney Frost would have been tantamount to murder, and unlike you, I'm not a murderer, Mr. Jarvis.
And yet everyone around you dies.
I'm sorry. No, I shouldn't have said that.
No, I'm glad you did. You have begged me to bring you on my adventures since I arrived in Los Angeles. And that's what they are to you. Larks. An enjoyable way to spend the evening. And then you go home to another man's mansion, listening to your radio shows, blissful in your self-imposed ignorance. And when there is a consequence, a horrid, ugly consequence, you blame me for the choices that you have made. Yes, Mr. Jarvis, there is a cost. One that I have paid for 100 times over. Your wife will survive. You can go on in your life knowing nothing of loss. Lucky you. I would move instead of sulking, Mr. Jarvis. The moment we escape this...
The things we hold inside, right? The things we don't say to each other because we know they're devastating and they're gonna hurt. And because we care about the other person, we don't say them. Because we want to retain the friendship, because we want that connection, we want that closeness. We want love and companionship. But they're there, and they go unexpressed until the other person is confronting us, challenging us, holding us accountable. And then we roll up our sleeves and say, okay, well, I wasn't gonna say anything, but if we're going there, pow! And we hit them with what we have inside. Peggy and Jarvis here are expressing things they've kept inside for a long time. And he blames her for his wife getting shot. And she says, turn that back on yourself. I told you not to come with me because it was dangerous. I told you over and over and you insisted because you were bored. And then you got wrapped up in this conspiracy. Your wife got shot and you're blaming me, but you chose this. And she's not wrong, by the way. This seems like a point of no return for them. The truths they've shared have been too hurtful. And oftentimes when people say things that are hurtful, we say, you must be wrong. And sometimes they are. But sometimes they're right, and that's the hardest thing to come back from. Because we have friendship and we have companionship because we want to be accepted. We want to be seen and loved and accepted. And what happens when someone sees you and really gets you and they don't accept you? Our psyche can't take it for the most part. Our psyche can't take it. Does this mean I'm unlovable? I can't be around you because I don't feel safe, because you don't accept me. How do we move on from that?
I would move instead of sulking, Mr. Jarvis. The moment we escape this desert, we can escape each other forever.
She can't have children.
What?
Anna. Her injuries, there were complications.
Mr. Jarvis, I'm so sorry. The things I said, I didn't know.
How could you know? Nobody knows. Even Anna doesn't know. Because she is married to a coward who can't bring himself to tell her. It's not an excuse because what I did is inexcusable. But I'm truly sorry.
There's no need for any of that, Mr. Jarvis.
Really is a great show. Don't sleep on it. What do you see there? Accountability. What I did was inexcusable. I'm sorry. That's accountability. But also vulnerability. I acted in blind rage because this woman tried to kill my wife and deprived us of the chance of having children together. Most of our worst behaviors, most hurtful behaviors, come from very human places of fear, or of wanting love, or of feeling hurt and traumatized and wronged. To be safe with someone, that we have to be accountable, we have to be humble, we have to take ownership and make changes, yes. And on the other hand, we need to forgive. And we need to trust for there to be a relationship. And you can forgive somebody even if they're not accountable and even if they're not humble. You can forgive them, you can let go of that bitterness and wish them well. But for there to be a relationship, there has to be trust. And trust comes from one person's accountability or both people's accountability and the other person extending a measure of grace. I don't condone or justify the hurtful behavior, but I do recognize the human place that it came from, and I refuse to see you as a monster, especially if you're willing to make changes and to learn and to move forward. I'm not going to hold a grudge. And this is how friendships are repaired and restored. Have you experienced a bestie breakup? Did you reconcile? If so, how did you get there? Is it similar to what I laid out here? What did it look like? Let us know in the comments below. Have you experienced a bestie breakup and you couldn't reconcile, you couldn't make it work? Why was that? Let us know again in the comments below. Turns out we've got another video that's even more in depth on this very subject, how to heal from a friendship breakup. You'll see the pop-up for that at the end of this video, and so go check that out. If you need support in your relationships, I invite you to work with a member of our team, of our clinical team. Go to mendedlight.com. And schedule a complimentary 15-minute consultation. If you feel like you'd like to learn at your own pace, I invite you to check out our Mended Light membership. There's a link in the description. Check out our low-cost monthly membership where we teach the skills that we teach in therapy via live Q&As, a virtual book club, and online video courses. Until next time, folks, keep shining because we need your light, and I'll see you in the next Gets Therapized.